Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss about thermostat function and feedback control in human. Thermostat function and feedback control in humans mean how the temperature in the human body, that is around about 37 Celsius, is maintained in our body, and what are different mechanisms that can use to stabilize this temperature, that is around about 37 Celsius. So first of all, there is introduction that how this system work. Thermostat mean the center that control our body temperature, and this temperature regulation is homeostatic function. Homeostatic function mean it keeps on a balance, that is in a narrow range. Say for example, our body temperature is 37 Celsius to 38 Celsius, so our body temperature remained around about this 36, 37, 38 are in between these two values. So homeostatic mean it remain a constant but fluctuate within a narrow range. So it says that temperature regulation is homeostatic function, and this homeostatic function is controlled by a feedback mechanism, and this feedback mechanism has its homeostatic thermostat. And homeostatic thermostat mean the control center that control the body temperature is present in our hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of the forebrain. Hypothalamus is a part of forebrain. So homeostatic thermostat is present in hypothalamus. This one is an also MCQs. And hypothalamus responds to any change in temperature. For example, temperature change in our body, and this temperature is being regulated by the hypothalamus. So there are two situations. If temperature increasing, or if the temperature of the body goes on decreasing. If temperature goes on increasing and if temperature goes on decreasing, so there are two possibilities. Number one, if the body temperature increase, means if body temperature is increasing, then there are thermoreceptors that are sensitive to a hot environment. These thermoreceptors are present in our different body parts. For example, they are present in skin, liver, muscles and hypothalamus. They obtain, or they are sensitive to change in temperature that is going to increase, or high degree, they are sensitive to high degree temperature. So they receive this change and put signal to the hypothalamus, that is a control center to regulate the system. So this says that the body temperature is going to decrease. If the body temperature is going to decrease, it means that the temperature has to slow down. So the hypothalamus will activate the cooling system, and cooling system means it will activate different mechanisms that will decrease the temperature. It cause sweating or vasodilation, which all work together to decrease the temperature. So to decreasing temperature, control center activate cooling system, and to increase temperature, the control center will activate the warming system. Okay, so first is if temperature is increased, means if temperature is increased, thermoreceptor receive signal, they give to control center activate cooling system. So above set point 37 Celsius thermoreceptor, these lines are not present in your book, so you have to write this one in your textbook. Thermoreceptors that are present in skin, liver, muscles and hypothalamus, they give signal to control center. Control center is hypothalamus, and this hypothalamus activate cooling system. This cooling system may be brought about by blood flow to skin, number one, and number two, activation of sweat glands. Both these changes work together to decrease the temperature, normalized to body temperature. So that one response in case of temperature increase, and in case of temperature decrease. When temperature decrease, then what is response of our body? When temperature decrease, then cornea, tongue, facial, skin and bladder, these are the different part of our body that receives the cooled, they are sensitive to cooled environment. When temperature of the body decrease, then they receive this change and they put them to cooled receptors. Put these signals to hypothalamus. Hypothalamus change two system: inhibit heat loss and activate heat production. activate heat production through shivering and non-shivering thermogenesis. We have already discussed about shivering and non-shivering thermogenesis. Shivering mean energy production through muscle contraction and non-shivering through hormonal control. And it inhibit the heat loss, mean it cause the contraction of the superficial blood vessel, mean it cause the vasoconstriction. Here there was the vasodilation and now that is vasoconstriction. So these were changes during body temperature fluctuate, and all this theory is explained in a diagram medically. So this diagram that is in first to this topic in the back page, this diagram belongs to that question, not in which it is shown. So you have to make this diagram in this question. And in this question he says that this line shows the body temperature normalized, that is 36.1 to 37.8 Celsius. This 36.1 to 37.8 Celsius, this down hand shows less temperature than normal body temperature, and this up point show more temperature as compared to body temperature. So in less temperature, decreased body temperature due to cold environment will give signal to the thermostat, and this thermostat is present in hypothalamus. It activates the warming system, and warming system are of two types. One may be vasoconstriction and other may be skeletal muscles activation. That one will be shivering thermogenesis, and vasoconstriction used to conserve the heat, that is conservative mechanism, conserve the heat, not to escape it outside the body. So vasoconstriction and skeletal muscle both reinforce to each other to increase the body temperature up to 37 Celsius. So body temperature increase and normal body temperature will be gained. Next one is, if the body temperature increase from the normal temperature, that is 36.1 to 37.8 Celsius, if the temperature increase, it will give signal to the thermostat that is present in hypothalamus, and this thermostat now cause the vasodilation, mean blood vessels dilation that used to dissipate heat outside the body to outer environment. And number two, sweat gland activation. It also called the activation of sweat gland that cause sweating and vasodilation, both these forms reinforce together to decrease the temperature to normalize. So all these changes will explain, or these diagrams explain only this theory. So you can make this diagram in any part of the question where you solving, means you can make in during the first paragraph, second paragraph, or at the last of your theory. So in any position you can adjust them. It is adjustable diagram, but the diagram is must to solve this question. I hope that you will learn from this, and if this channel is best for you, or you getting knowledge from this channel, so please subscribe this channel, like this video, and also share with your friends. Allah Hafiz.